Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Really disciplined job by the... unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll go to the ground. Across the 25. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. He makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Georgia.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Frazier. Find some fresh air. Man, he's already got 43 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it to the right side. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. Third and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy. And you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster.
There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. He now has 91 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Snap to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about but the offensive lineman pushed the guy backwards and makes some holes.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Buys a little time. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
And I tell you what, as a defense, you just got to stick with it. You got to keep playing, keep chasing. These QBs can do this. You watch them scramble around outside the pocket, gain some yards, but great job by the defense continuing to pursue, make the hit, cause the fumble.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Davidson. Running to Green. Can't get him to the ground. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Caught over the middle, it's Taylor. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Turning it on! Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. they have some time here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to burn this defensive back. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got it to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to USC. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Running back searching for a hole. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Georgia going up tempo. Right back to him on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Let's go! Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Running into the open space. There he goes. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
A first down run in the red zone. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Motion from the wide receiver. Knocked down for the the tackle. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll run the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Punt is on its way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He leaves it with the back. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Defender miss. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab down the middle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna swing it on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the offense trying to be aggressive. They're throwing the go ball down the sideline. Just a better job in coverage defensively forces the incomplete.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
42 Spiders.
Wants to throw again. Scrambling away. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Otten. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. He's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Quickly complete. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Washington right back to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On target to the left. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Sweet cut there. Turning it on. The 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they giving up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
I know this offense has really struggled in this game, but they've still got individuals offensively that are trying to make plays, and they're trying to flash for their coaches to earn more opportunities the next time they see the field. Really nice job that time between these two, hooking up for an explosive play in the pass game. They could have used more of those today, but maybe this guy gets more chances catching passes the next time they take the field after flashing like that right there.
He'll get rid of it. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep.
He's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Washington, 20.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Off the play fake on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. He's going for it all. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start.